So I saw a guy on YouTube that bought what looked like to me to be a regular pitchfork, that he removed the outer two, what do you call it, forks, tines. So he only had this inner section to work with, so in the garden he could make smaller holes. So I looked around to buy one, but then I realized I've got like 8 of these. I picked this one up at a garage sale, full-size pitchfork, but we just cut the tines off on the edges, and now I can just use it like that. This one needs a bunch of work. I need to, I'll grind off this rust and use a metal brush or steel wool or something. Finish that, and then the wood handle is just Splinterville right now. This is obviously an older model, a little loose there. But I'm going to go ahead, sand this down, I'll oil it up, including the handle, clean up the paint, clean up the metal, and this should last for years and years. But it's kind of a cool idea, isn't it? If you don't need to fork up a whole big area, why do it, right? Just like for bulbs or just clearing a small little area. I think that's a really great idea. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and we'll check back in. All right, so this really didn't take any time at all to sand up, and it's a lot nicer now to hold. For this kind of a project, you could take double over a piece of sandpaper and go up and down, but I really like these sanding blocks because they will take the curve a little bit, and they're just so easy to use. It really took maybe 5 minutes. Went over this 3 times, probably do it a few more times. This is a pretty rugged grit, so I'll get something that's a little less gritty and sand it maybe with 100 or something. So anyway, sanding's super easy, and yeah, we'll get to work on the rest of it. Alright, you guys, so I keep calling this a pitchfork, but it's actually a spading fork. You know what a spade shovel-like thing looks like, so this is specifically made for turning dirt and stuff in the ground. What I found interesting, though, is apparently this one is made in Ireland. So I'm going to have to look this up. I don't know what this other stuff says. By True something? I don't know. I'm going to try to find out when it was made and what this material is. I think it's steel. Let's see, steel. But anyway, interesting. It is older. I don't know if that says handmade. No, it doesn't say handmade. Maybe it does appear handmade. What do you think? Handmade? Something, maybe Temper? Q Temper, Ireland? Anyway, go ahead and look this up for fun, but it's almost ready to take on some oil now. Woohoo! Alright, so now it's time to go ahead and start working on the metal here on the old pitchfork. So you guys, here we're back. I did the handle one more time with the wire brush, so it's nice and smooth now. I cleaned this up too. You can see I missed some spots on here, and definitely in here, because it's hard to use a permanently mounted grinder in there. I could have taken a hand grinder to it, but really I think it's okay. I sharpened up the edges a little bit, but I think it's going to be fine. I took off a lot of most of the external rust that was really bothering me is gone now. So now we want to protect it for the year. You can use, geez, really almost any kind of an oil for this. I actually like lard for this, but it can sometimes go rancid, as olive oil can too. Vegetable oil will also go rancid, but it does seem to stay around longer without going bad. So, and I got extra today. Look at that. So that's what we're going to use, and I apply it liberally, as you can see. Ooh, get it all over the table. And I do the metal and the wood. Look at that color difference. Isn't that gorgeous? So we're going to protect it. This wood has not been treated for about 2 years now since we got this at like a farm sale, estate sale kind of a thing. I have had it for a couple of years and just wasn't using it very much because we've got, you know, these fiberglass guys. But when I decided to make this new tool, I thought, well, this is the one. This is the one for it. And so yeah, here we are. So this is going to just drink this all in. I'm probably going to have to do several coats on it, but you get it, right? So that's how you clean something like this up, and we will get it into use fairly quickly. You'll be seeing this all the time in the garden. So let's clean up some garden tools. So now that I've got this one done, I'll take the grinder to the superficial rust or the hand block. I thought I grabbed the hand block. You can see you can. So you can do this by hand if you don't have tools like we do. So easy enough to do, but I do need to get the surface rust off all my tools, including my spades and shovels, etc., and get them into nice working order. Generally, I do this before fall. I do it in the fall, but I was neglectful this past year, so I didn't do it. But anyway, let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, so there you have it. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, you guys, so now we're all done with our tool. We got it sanded off and oiled up. Took most of the rest off this, oiled it up. The handle, you can see how much darker it is now. It's nice and smooth, no more slivers, oiled up, as well as the handle and the grip. I did have a hard time getting in there. I need to spend some more time with the hand sanding. But now my tool is good to go. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the dirt. Alright, so why I wanted this is when you take a big spading fork like this, let's see here, and you put it in the ground and bring it up, right, you get this much dirt moved around. And if I'm just planting a small bulb or something, I don't need to move all that dirt. Plus, if I'm using all 4 tines, it gives me more resistance, right? But if I'm using my smaller spade, here, I can put it in, lift it, and I get a much smaller amount, less soil disturbed, and I can more easily plant in here. Also, because it's got the shorter handle on it, I could use it as a hand tool, which I will use in my above ground beds. Alright, so I'm in one of my above ground beds now with garlic in it, but let's say I wanted to take out something small, and since you know, I can stand here and easily use this and just move some dirt without too much pressure on it. I'm not moving a lot of dirt, so there's less resistance. And now I just have a, you know, small little area that I can use to plant something or another. But look at this dirt. I'll show you this. My little wormies. That's what you want to see in your dirt. You want it to look like chocolate cake, German chocolate cake, and to have animals and maybe some fungus in there, like a mycelium. So anyway, there you have it. My new tool, very happy with it, and you'll see it get a lot of use this year. And let me know if you have any questions.